Hello students, welcome all to E-Pathashala. I am Professor Chellam working for Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College in Tamil Nadu, and today I'm going to take you to portion control of food service establishment. Yes, portion control of food service establishment is an important tool for the successful endeavor of financial management of a food service establishment. Now, portion control of food products in an establishment is a practice that is exercised over the amount and size of food served to the customers in a food service establishment in order to ensure uniformity in cost, calories and nutrients, and all the other aspects. Simply to say, it's nothing but exercising control over the amount and size of portion of food to be served to the customer. From this lesson, students, you are going to learn about the importance of portion control in food service establishment, the methods of practicing portion control effectively, and how to control portions efficiently in a food service establishment. Now, why do we need to control portion size of a food served to the customer in a food service establishment? Yes, portion control is a complementary tool to the management, as the need for this from the control comes from both the sides of business, that is from the caterer and from his customers. From the organization's point of view, portion control doesn't necessarily mean a smaller portion with a low quality food in order to stay within the budget. At the same time, it cannot be scrubbing off the head of the management by giving liberal quantities to keep the customer's goodwill. So, uniform portion control must be done to prevent waste of monetary investments, and thus it's a complementary tool to the caterer. On the other hand, from a customer's point of view, there's a natural tendency for a client to poke an eye over the other's portion when they are served, and if one is thought to be the best. It occurs very commonly because no one likes to receive smaller portion than the other customers for the same amount of money what they are spending. Only exact portion control can eliminate this kind of problem. Hence, portion control is a basic need of an establishment to achieve better patron satisfaction and also better financial management. It's quite important to know why portion control, or what are the purposes of portion control in a food service establishment. The objectives of portion control generally include to ensure fair portions for each customer to maintain goodwill among the client, to ensure fair portion for fair price, to see the purchases are utilized in a fullest possible way without any wastage, also to control waste while preparing the dishes, to control the food cost effectively, and also to obtain the estimated number of servings so as to avoid loss. Now, let's going to see what's the standard portion called. A standard portion is the quantity of particular food item that will be served to the customer. The portion size can be established by the management in consultation with the head chef and restaurant's manager. We'll be now making a move on the part of establishing portion control. How? Yes, there are several ways and means by which the portion control can be established successfully. They are effective purchasing, using standardized recipes, using portion control equipments. How to do effective purchasing, or how effective purchasing is going to help you to control portion size. Yes, buying is an important element of a quantity food management. It is the process of searching, choosing, procuring food materials required for the establishment. Portion control starts from this point itself. That is, portion control starts from the point of procuring appropriate food materials mentioned in the standard purchase specification. Hence, an accurate specification must have to be made to fulfill the portion control part is done. While buying, the products must be ordered in numbers and counts that can facilitate a better portion control. Also, vigilant control is very much essential at the receiving point, wherein which the food must be checked thoroughly across much purchase order to avoid wastage and portion loss. Even before it reaches the kitchen for production, it can be properly assorted to hence the portion control can be done very effectively. Now students, how a standardized recipe or using standardized recipe is going to help you to achieve better portion control. Students, standardized recipe is always essential to exercise portion control because it will offer accurate methodology of making and also serving dishes that help you to avoid wastage and inefficient practices. Yes, accuracy in use of standardized recipe helps in portion control. Portion control of recipes in any establishment, especially commercial establishment, is very essential to maintain and create satisfaction among the customers because all patrons expect the same size of product as the other person is getting, and if the same size of the recipe is not controlled, accurate number of portion and the size of an individual portion may not be achieved successfully. So what is a standardized recipe? A standardized recipe is a recipe that is provisionally developed by an individual establishment as a formula after taking several attempts of repeated trials. This will produce the best required result in quality and quantity at any required situations and at any required production. When the standardized recipes are produced by an establishment, they are tested for all possible results in an accurate portion size and numbers. Hence, always using standardized recipes would be an ideal deal to execute necessary portion control of a recipe. Yes, I hope you would understand how portion control is successfully be done with the help of standardized recipes. Now I'm going to take you to the explanation part of how portion control equipments are going to help you in portion control. Yes, the third important technique of establishing portion control to serve foods using standard utensils such as ladles, scoops, spoons and other standardized equipments. Some of the commonly used equipments are standard size pans. Generally, cakes, biscuits and meat loaf pans are used as standardized equipments. These are used to cut and portion the whole lot of food. These are the equipments that are generally used in baking organizations, that is bakeries, and generally will offer a better production and better portion control. And you can see the picture of standard size pan in this module. Ladles. These are widely used equipments in all type of food service establishments invariably to the region. Soups, sauces, gravies, creamed dishes and raitas are generally be served using this kind of equipment. These are the most convenient and commonly available equipment applicable to serve several dishes. Most frequently used sizes of these equipments are 2 ounces, that is 1/4 cup, 4 ounces, that is 1/2 cup, 6 ounces, that is 3/4 cup, and 8 ounces is equal to 1 cup. These are the various measurements that are available in the form of measuring cups. Now, how serving spoons are going to help you in portion control? Serving spoons are helpful, very helpful for serving solid and foods like rice, pastas and other solid stuffs. Actually, they are not very accurate portion controllers, but if the weight of each measure is decided in advance with the help of portion control very quickly. To rectify this problem nowadays, spoodles is a special equipment which is the combination of spoons and ladles. They are actually attached with a measuring bowl on the head of it. You could see that in this picture. Scoops. Scoops are commonly seen equipments to measure ice creams, puddings, vegetables, salads and sandwich fillings. These are available in market as numbered on the rims. These numbers indicates the measures of scoop in conversion with reference table. For example, a scoop numbered 6 indicates 2/3 cup, whereas the scoop numbered 16 indicates that 1/4 cup. All the remaining measurements are given at the table. Yes. Then portion scales. These are important tool for cooks and servers to check whether the size of the food that is served on the plate is accurate, especially meat and vegetable is concerned. This is a portion scale for your knowledge. Look at it. Cutting markers are used to cut cakes, pies and bakery units. In large scale, expandable cutters are used. These are rolling pins that has a cutter on rolling surface. These cut the cookies uniformly as well as quickly too. See the picture. Here is some commonly used cutting markers in food service organizations. Slicers are valuable piece of equipment to ensure portion control because it can slice more evenly and uniformly than can be done by the hand. Generally, meat slicers are used to slice meat. Automatic slicers are available for large-scale production of bakery units like cakes and biscuits. Egg slicers are well known for its clean and attractive slicing ability. Apart from all these, cups, glasses, molds, bowls are also used in portion control. You could see that all those in this picture. Here, I wish to give you some more additional tips regarding equipments and measures are concerned. Yes, measures and their equivalents are to be well informed to the chefs and servers for effective portion control in a food service establishment. Otherwise, the recommended portion control charts or conversion tables must be affixed somewhere near the portioning or for accurate checking. This is the standard measuring table for your knowledge. It's always better to stick this formula in the production or serving area. Yes, students, I hope you will all understood how important the equipments, the standardized recipes and purchasing is very important to focus on to control portion. Now I'm going to tell you some of the incorrect portioning tools that can cause confusion in outcomes. Yes, now I'm going to tell you some of the incorrect portioning tools that can cause confusion in outcomes. Yes, if you use tools that are incorrect in nature, that can cause several problems in portion control. Suppose a tool that does not allow for accurate portioning are called incorrect tool. Suppose if you use those tools that may cause us problem in portioning. Gloved hand does not sense you to check the accurate features of food. Spotted spoons loses some amount of food when you measure. And tongs may not support you to hold the objects well, and that can also cause us problem in portioning. These results in confusion. For instance, foods and ingredients would have to be actually weighed accurately if the catering is done for a hospital patient on a special diet. Whereas for normal people, suitable standard size equipment may be used for regular sized portions. Where and how to execute portion control? That is what is the topic what we are going to see now. Portion control must be carried out in all the works parts of the food service establishment. You will have to keep a vigilant eye over all the works parts of the food production cycle in order to control portion. Here I wish to give you two areas in which you could focus much vigilance. Now I'm going to tell you some. Next one. The first important area where you can control portion very efficiently is the area where you will receive the food and the area where you will measure the food. Portion control actually begins with measuring the ingredients. If this is not done correctly, then the yield of the recipe will be thrown off. When the portions are determined by count, 1 burger patty, 2 tomato slices, 1 wedge of pie, then the units must be measured or cut according to the instructions. 4 ounces of meat per patty, 1 by 4 inches of tomatoes, 8 equal wedges for 8 equal wedges per pie. This is how you will have to plan for weighing the equipment. And portion control in plating and service area. Portion control for service may be done by the cook and in a short order restaurants or by the service personnel as in cafeterias as well as in cafeterias too. The following tools and techniques are to be done effectively in this area to control portion. Weighing. Here I will tell you how to weigh the ingredients on a portion scale. Yes, follow the instructions. Place the receiving container, if any, on the scale. Set the scale so it reads 0. Add the type being weighed to the container or place on the scale if no container is used until the scale records the desired weight. This is how you will have to weigh accurately how it can control portion. Counting can also be done to control portion effectively for the products which are in numbers. It can be done manually by us. 1 slice of bread per order, 5 pieces of chicken per plate per order. This could accurately be done by manually. Cutting and other preparation works have been done correctly. Weight. Weighing is also another important tool or the method by which you can control portion. Example, 4 ounces of sliced ham per order. A portion scale must be at the serving station for this method of portion control. Volumes. Ladles, scoops and kitchen spoons come in standard volume sizes and are all used for portion control. The exact size of the ladle or scoop needed for portion must be determined in advance and it should indicated by the service instructions. Kitchen spoons, either solid or perforated, are not very accurate in portion control, but they are often used for the convenience purpose or the speedy purpose. You must be able to judge by an eye how full to fill the spoon or rounded, whether it is heaped or rounded. So check a spoonful of portion previously in a scale from time to time to make sure whether you are being consistent. And the other important tool is even division. Even division is also another important criteria that could be done for effective portion control. For example, cutting a pie into 8 equal wedges, cutting a pan of pizza into 4 into 6 pieces, make 24 equal portions. That can be done efficiently by using a knife and a fork. And standard fill is another important area by which you can control portion. Standard fill of food products could be done by using standard sized dishes such as cups, glasses, and are filled in the given level as judged by your eyes. Example, a glass of orange juice. This is actually from volume measure. So you can use volumetric tumblers, cups for this kind of measurements. All these practices ensure a fair portion of customer. That's what is the need of the establishment today. So there must be a vigilant control over portioning at different work parts of the work areas. Now, shall we see the methods of monitoring and supervising portion control? Yes, portion control must be monitored closely at all the important work parts of an organization. Some measuring yardsticks are to be set in prior and done in time order to make it more effective. So what are the important vigilant criteria you will have to fix up? They are going to be the following: ordering the right quantity and quality of food by supervising them when the receiving point itself. While preparing the food in the production area, doing direct supervision or a very close supervision on it. Doing a close supervision in the service area is also very important. Using correct service equipments like spoons, ladles, cups, etc. is very favorable. Practicing portioning guides is also another important aspect as far as portion control is concerned. Next one is using portion control charts in your kitchen will help you to control portions. Using the standardized recipe is a very efficient tool that can vigilantly monitor portion control. And employees also should be realized in their responsibility of portion control of an establishment's products. Proper storage of ingredients is also very important to avoid wastage during portioning. And careful portioning to be done prior production, careful portion also to be done even after production. These are all in the hands of the workers that are working in an establishment. Portion control supports dietitians to practice a fair practice as it supports her to serve as an accurate menu to the patient. Let us have a look about how portion control is going to help in hospital menu planning. Portion control in hospital food service. Yes, portion control can help the patients to get more confidence about their diet. If the patient is fed with a diet by the dietitian, the patient receives proper portion, he will feel directly that he is getting an adequate nutritional requirements what is recommended by the dietitian. So the portion control helps him to get confidence that he is going to get rid of the disease. In a hospital food service, it helps to meet the dietary guidelines also. Whenever portion control is exercised in a hospital food service, the tray accuracy helps to control the nutritional requirements also. Whenever you plan for portion control, you will have to even calculate the nutritional balance also. Obviously, it is understood that the portion control helps nutritional balance. When the patient is being served with a food of a recommended portion by a dietitian, it is understood that the patient is getting adequate amount of required nutrient for his conditions to come out of that problem. Now, the next important aspect, the role of portion control in a hospital food service is portion control ensures tray accuracy. Tray accuracy is a very important measure yardstick to enhance the fair practice in a hospital food service. So do not hesitate to seek clarification from your manager regarding the resident's diet and order. Hence, carefully read and understand the menu that provides portion as noted on the recipe. And also, you can use the appropriate utensils for portion in the hospital menu. Be familiar with your diet orders, understand the importance of residents and medical outcomes and the aid in weight control. So these are all the aspects that can be followed. Then, managing food costs. Portion control helps the dietitians to manage the food cost also. By using standardized recipe in hospitals allows better yield, and it contains all adequate ingredients that could help cutting meal costs. Accurate forecast of budgetary expenses could be done by using standardized recipe in portion control is concerned. And portion control in hospital food service helps to eliminate food wastage also. Serving deficient portion may result in leftover food in the kitchen. It also provides a guide for purchasing. Portion control in hospitals employ a lot of strategies to simplify the order of purchasing. Like it can help you to utilize standardized recipe. It can help you to quantify the recipes based on the current census. Also, it will help you to prepare a best standard purchase order, and it will also help you to prepare ingredients required for your food production. And finally, the yield of recipe will also come out in a proper way. And portion control help minimize underproduction also. Portion control in a food service help to equal the portion of food planned for production. It can control quantities throughout the flow of food. It can determine the number of portions intended per pan, pot or a sheet for service. So dear students, portion control help in several ways to achieve success in the food business. Let's now see what are the advantages that are being offered by successful portion control. The portion control help you to get the following advantages. Using equipments is useful portioning at the point of service, where exact measurements would lead to good customer relationship. The portion control help the service quicker and the quality will become better. And portion control help you to buy pre-portioned items, and the cooking will also be very easy and fair. Although the actual amount of various nutrients present in different foods vary, the weight and volume of portion of food served in a fairly good guide help you to get a right portion of food. The next one is all apart, portion control also saves time and energy. So here are some negative effects also executed by badly administered portion control. The following will emerge if the portion size are not controlled in a proper way. The dissatisfied customers, that's because of the unequal portions that are served to them, and food costing will be little high or inaccurate, that's because of the inappropriate portion size, and more expensive food items are also be distributed inaccurately in a portion size. Variability and discrepancy of the portion of starches, especially vegetables, that can be translated into waste of time and money. A lack of sense of responsibility among personnel leads to loss of standard, and medical outcomes of improper portion control may result in failure in therapeutic nutrition, that may result in poor health of a patient. So, serving a meal as specified by the diet order is just as an important administration of medical supervision than anything else. Thus, dear students, I could able to sum up you with a portion control that it is a core activity of food cost control. It should happen in all important stages of food production cycle. It can be done by several simple techniques such as effective purchasing technique, usage of standardized recipes, appropriate usage of equipments, etc. And irregular portion control may result in several defects including customer dissatisfaction, etc. Hence, the quantity food production must keep portion control as a supplementary tool to boost up the business.